Hello and welcome to this edition of Desert Warrior. I'm your host, Major Deanna Begay. Our first story takes us right outside Stout Track, where thousands of soldiers and community members lined up for a very special cause. Daniela Vestal brings us the details.
Fort Bliss opened its doors to the first ever Bridges for Wounded Warriors walk, run, and concert. The newly formed nonprofit is designed to help wounded soldiers during the gap between receiving Army benefits and benefits due them by Veterans Affairs.
It's a national program, and we're helping all services, active, reserve, and the National Guard. So whoever needs assistance, and as long as funds permit, we will help every legitimate claim.
Hundreds came from Fort Bliss, El Paso, and even from as far as Las Cruces.
My daughter is the one who told me about it, and her husband's active duty MP, and my husband's retired, and my father's retired. And there's nothing more important to me than the wounded warriors that have given so much for our freedom and for our country.
Realizing the transition time for wounded soldiers can often be several months, Glenda Bromberg worked to develop a solution to the problem, and Bridges for Warriors and their families was born.
As long as we can do events and people participate and we generate funds, we will continue to help those that are in need.
Reporting from Fort Bliss, this is Daniela Vestal.
We now go to Samantha Rijo, who reports on how some bikers took a stand on safety.
Engines revved and helmets were secured as hundreds of motorcyclists participated in the Armed Forces Motorcycle Safety Ride here at Fort Bliss. The event promoted motorcycle safety to members of the Armed Forces, their family members, military retirees, and many more.
The Army has really, in the last couple of years, stepped up the safety awareness of motorcycle riders.
Motorcyclists rode in unison throughout El Paso, even making a trek through the Franklin Mountains despite windy and cold weather. But regardless of experience, Staff Sergeant Daniel Davenport, a coordinator of the event, stressed the importance of respecting the road and other drivers.
And that you have to respect the bike and the drivers that's on the road, and also the drivers on the road need to be able to respect the people that are on the bike and look out for them. So with programs like this and motorcycle mentors, it helps for the soldiers to understand the concept of having a motorcycle on the road with cars.
Reporting for Fort Bliss, this is Samantha Rijo.
After the break, we'll learn why Fort Bliss is mixing things up.
Lead paint poisoning affects over 1 million children today. If your home was built before 1978, call or log on.
Welcome back. Studies show that up to 50% of trash is recyclable. With this in mind, Fort Bliss is encouraging everyone to head to the recycling center. Separating recyclables can discourage some from participating in eco-friendly initiatives that help preserve the environment. Therefore, officials at Fort Bliss implemented single-stream recycling as an incentive to facilitate the process.
The Fort Bliss Recycling Center offers single-stream recycling. We accept all paper, plastic bottles and jugs, and aluminum and tin cans, all in one bin.
The recycling drop-off point is open 24 hours. The drop-off point is open to the public, meaning that anyone who is able to get into Fort Bliss has access to use it. In addition to accepting all single-stream recycling, the center also accepts personal electronics and ink toner cartridges. And for military units, there is yet another incentive.
All participating military units will receive at least 50% of the market value of the products they bring in.
Desmond Machuca said, the command is currently working with the Belfort Beatty communities to offer residential curbside recycling, which will allow the residents easy access to curbside service. As a reminder, Fort Bliss will host an energy symposium from the 8th through the 10th of June. President Barack Obama proclaimed May 2010 as Asian American Pacific Islander Heritage Month. We now close with the 3rd Brigade Combat Team 1st Armors Division celebration. I'm Major Deanna Begay. Thanks for watching.